Hello, everybody, and welcome to In Trust with Nicole. I'm Nicole Israel, your estate planning attorney here in New York and New Jersey, and here to answer all your questions revolving around estates, trust and wills, power of attorneys, healthcare directives, anything around this topic, you name it. Feel free to email me. I'm at info@nicoleisraellaw.com. So today's question is a relatively general one coming from Sam. And today, Sam asks, what is a trust? So I know this question is around a lot, and a lot of people have heard of trusts, but not exactly sure what a trust is or how it's structured. And I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty about that. Today, I'm just going to talk about the difference between a trust versus a will. So you could think of a trust as a will substitute almost. A will says who gets what, under what circumstances, and who's in charge of making that happen. And a trust does essentially the same thing. So there are several differences between a will and a trust, and I'm not going to go through all of them in this video, but I'm going to talk about one of the most critical differences between a will and a trust, and that is that a will has to be filed with a probate court and reviewed and approved before anyone can act under it or receive any assets from your estate. So everything filed in the probate court, including the will become public record. And as you might imagine, it takes time to go through a public court proceeding. So a trust, on the other hand, is a completely private document. No one's entitled to see it except those who are named in it. And the successor trustee named in your trust can act immediately without having to go through court or file anything or get any permission. So a trust is a totally private document that can be more immediate and efficient upon someone's passing, whereas a will is a public document, and once it's filed with the court, and the court has to review and approve it before anyone can act. So a will and a trust are similar in terms of what they're trying to achieve, but they just go through a different process down the road when someone actually needs to act. A trust is more efficient and private, and a will takes a little bit longer and is public. So that's one of the more critical differences between a will and a trust. If you'd like, I'm happy to go over the other differences in a future In Trust with Nicole episode. Of course, feel free to make those requests, send those questions my way. I'm at info@nicoleisraellaw.com, or schedule a brief meeting with me at nicoleisraellaw.com/schedule. And we could talk more about the differences between wills and trusts and geek out on that if you'd like. Always happy to oblige. So feel free. And everybody, again, thanks for watching, and see you again next time.